Good afternoon, everyone. We'd like to request all of our gorgeous-looking guests to kindly settle, return to their seats. We'll be starting the ceremony actually in 2 minutes. So it's great that we're kind of getting ahead of the schedule. We are on time. So hinihiling po namin ang ating mga panauhin at ang mga awardee na maganda para sa napipintong pag-uumpisa ng ating seremonya sa loob ng 2 minuto. Maraming salamat po. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Let us all rise for the entrance of callers.
Magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, alak ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupi, di ka pasisikin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo bakaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin ng araw niya kailan pang may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng may ating pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pang may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. Handa! Tigpit! Watawar! Malabar! Cut! Patulong! Cut! Kulang! Tungkol ang watawar!
May we all be seated. Thank you, UPLB Choral Ensemble, for leading us in the national anthem.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I am Dr. Jaya Agnes Tibuera, BA Communication Arts Class 2004 and MA Communication Arts Class 2011.
And I'm Assistant Professor Linus Van Plata, we're walking down memory lane right now. BS Development Communication 2012 and MA Communication Arts 2020. Mga kaibigan, mga panauhin, aming mga mahal na awardee sa hapong ito, kami po ni Ma'am Jaya at 10 ng buong puwersa, komunidad at pamilya ng Universidad ng Pilipinas sa Los Baños. Kami po ay mapalad na makasama kayo sa hapong ito upang kilalanin at i-celebrate, bigyang papugay ang ilan sa ating mga outstanding alumni ngayong taon. Values of honor and excellence in your respective areas of expertise. Palakpakan naman po natin ang bawat isa this early.
Ang ganda rin ng theme natin, Sir Linus.
Yes.
So with the theme, strengthening the partnership between UPLB and alumni for more progressive communities.
With that theme, everyone, we
We
welcome you to the 104th UPLB Loyalty Day Awarding Ceremonies. Ayan. Naku, ma'am, you look gorgeous and so are the rest of you in Copeland Gymnasium. Kamusta ka, ma'am?
Okay naman, sir.
Iniintay ko yung
You
you
look
look
great.
gorgeous too. Ayan, sige, ma'am. Salamat. Oo, iniintay natin yan. Fishing for compliment. And, ma'am, nakaka-excite dahil kanina mainit-init pero, naglamlam ang ating panahon, talagang, making sure that we are in somehow best condition to celebrate our awardees sa hapong ito. Ma'am, love na
Yes.
love ko yung nabanggit mo na
Tema.
no? Oo. At ang temang ito ay strengthening the partnership between UPLB and alumni for progressive communities.
Correct.
Ma'am, I'm gonna put you on the spot. As if naman hindi
Grabe
natin
siya.
pinalano, no, ma'am? Ano ba para sa isang Dr. Jaya Buera? Wow. Ang
Bakit may
isang
Q&A?
progressive community.
Okay. A community is progressive when its people have access,
Right.
I believe, not only to economically but also socially beneficial programs such as, wag na natin isa-isa.
Oo
yun,
nga, marami-rami yan.
no?
Pero basta beneficial
Oo,
sa ating mga
correct.
komunidad.
Pero yun yung para sa akin, ang isang progressive company.
Right.
And one way also to strengthen communities is through partnerships like what we have today. That's why we would like to thank our sponsors. No?
Gandang
Our
segue ito,
sponsor.
ma'am. Talagang
Oo.
a good segue for
Yes.
our sponsors. Sige nga, ma'am. Sino ba
We
sila?
have gold sponsors. We would like to thank Land Bank Los Baños, Robina Farms, Hidden Spring, Shield Plus, Top Breed, Supremo Infinity, and Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Study and Research in Agriculture or SEARCA. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, ma'am, para sa pagpapakilala sa ating mga gold sponsors. Of course, we also have platinum sponsors. Maraming salamat. Chooks to Go ni Sir Ronald Mascareñas, who's one of the highlights of this program. University of Eastern Philippines. Mayor Arlene Arcillas ng Santa Rosa, Laguna. Mayor Cesar Areza ng Pagsanhan, Laguna. UPLB Class of 1972. Shall we hear from the Class of 1972? Palakpakan naman, maraming salamat. Ayun po sila from different tables this afternoon. Of course, we also have UP Alpha Sigma Fraternity Los Baños Chapter. Kasama rin natin bilang mga platinum sponsors ang Aldi's and Toyota Batangas City Incorporated. Makakakuha ba tayo ng mga coaching Toyota, Ma'am Jaya, mamayang hapon, hopefully?
Parang Oprah, no? Naalala mo yung Oprah?
Exactly. And ma'am, mabanggit ko lamang, madagdag ko lamang, pinapasalamatan natin ang ating mga gold at platinum sponsors. We would also like to thank, because we're not just here watching this momentous, event and celebration, kundi kasama natin ang buong UPLB community and the general public sa ating live stream na makikita sa UPLB official Facebook. Kaya naman po, inaanyayahan natin ang ating mga kasamahan dito sa live stream at ang mga kasama natin dito sa Copeland na mag-picture po tayo at gamitin ang hashtag na UPLB Loyalty Day 2022.
Ayan, maraming salamat, Sir Linus. So ayan, online na silang lahat.
Exactly.
At nagtitweet ang ating mga Jubilarians.
Wow, okay, sige.
Oo.
Magfollowan po tayo mga Golden Jubilarians sa
Techie
Twitter.
na yung mga yan. Bakit nga ba tayo nandito, Sir Linus? No? To give us some context of of today's event, no, we would like to share a bit of history about the first Loyalty Day. Kailan po ito naganap, kung matatandaan po ng ating participants? Tandaan niyo pa po kung kailan ang first Loyalty Day. It was on October 10, 1918, when almost 200 students and 27 faculty members of the then UP College of Agriculture enlisted with the Philippine National Guard to fight for the Allies during World War I. So this voluntary spirit has since then served as a reason for the UPLB alumni to celebrate, and we recognize, no, as we recognize also our outstanding alumni every October. So that's why we're here.
Oo nga. Alam mo, ma'am, nabanggit mo na 104 years we've been doing this, and to be part, di ba, of this long-standing tradition, makes us feel so privileged and honored. Ayan. Kaya naman po, mga kaibigan, okay. So, gusto naming pasalamatan first and foremost bago tayo magpatuloy at alam ko excited na po tayong lahat kilalanin ng ating awardees, ang working committees ng ating Loyalty Day this year, headed by the Steering Committee Chair, no other than our Chancellor, Dr. Jose V. Camacho Jr. Hello, Chancellor. Magandang hapon po sa inyo. The UPLB Alumni Association President, Captain Mauro W. Baradas. The Class 72 Representative, Mr. Constante U. Adalia. At ang Director ng Office of Alumni Relations, Dr. Eileen Lorena Mamino. Ay, ma'am. Maraming pong salamat sa pakikisigurado na ang 104th Loyalty Day at ang Grand Alumni Homecoming is an on-spot success.
Ayan, thank you. Thank you very much. And now, to give us the opening remarks, let us welcome the UPLB AA President, Captain Mauro W. Baradas.
University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Unang-una, pinapaabot ko aking pagbati sa ating Chancellor Jose Dong Camacho, sa kanyang staff sa Office of the Alumni, sa aking mga kasamahan, sa UPLB Alumni Association, sa 11 kolehiyo dito sa loob ng pamantasan, sa batch 72 na siya pong siga ngayong araw na ito. Sa mga awardee at sa kanilang mga mahal sa buhay na ngayon ay kasama nila dito sa ating bulwagan. Isa pong pagbati ng magandang hapon sa ating lahat. Ito po ang pinakakahintay kada taon, ang i-celebrate natin ang ating alumni homecoming na tinatawag nating Loyalty Day. Ika-104th year na natin i-celebrate itong araw na ito. At marami po sa ating mga nagsipagtapos ang ayaw pumunta sa Loyalty Day dahil ang akala nila ito ay sa College of Agriculture lamang at College of Forestry. Tama naman po sila. Noong dekada 50 ay talagang atin siya celebrate ang araw na ito ng dalawang kolehiyo lamang dahil ang nag-i-exist lamang dito sa UP Los Baños ay College of Agriculture at College of Forestry. Ngayon po ay nanganak ng 11 at inaalis na natin yung UPCA. Ngayon po ay ginawa na natin UPLB. So bawat isa tayo ay handang magpaliwanag sa lahat ng alumni ng UP Los Baños na ang kanilang kolehiyo ay ipinanganak ng galing sa College of Agriculture lamang. So ngayon, tayo ay sama-sama na. Isa na tayong bakod dito sa universidad. Lahat tayo ay tinatawag na nagsipagtapos sa UPLB. So, mga kasama, ating baguhin na yung ating naging tradisyon na ang Loyalty Day ay para lamang sa College of Agriculture at College of Forestry. Naiintindihan na ng bawat isa na nagsipagtapos sa ating kolehiyo na ang Loyalty Day ay araw ng ating pagbabalik dito sa campus o sa kolehiyo ng UPLB. So, ngayon po ang araw na ito, ako ay natutuwa dahil dandaan o libu-libong nagsipagtapos sa UPLB ay nakapili lamang tayo ng 55 na awardee sa araw na ito. So, bawat isa po sa atin na awardee, tayo ay magmalaki sapagkat libo-libo ang ating pinagpilian ay tayo ang isa sa mga napili na mabigyan ng award ngayong araw na ito. Marami po ang nagtatanong kung paano ang basis ng ating awarding. Unang-una, yun pong Jubilarian ay hindi namin pinapakialaman ng UPLB-AA ang pag-select kung sino ang kanilang gagawing outstanding Jubilarian sa kanilang batch. Sila po ay nag-create ng committee at sila ang pumipili ng outstanding sa kanilang batch. Kaya yun po ay hindi pinapakalaman ng UPLB-AA. Yung pong College Distinguished Award, yun po ay kani-kanyang eskwela o kolehiyo ang pumipili. Ang Outstanding University Award po ay nakikialam dito ang Office of the Chancellor at saka ang UPLB-AA. At higit sa lahat, ang pinakamahirap po ay ang pagpili ng Presidential Awardee. Hindi po lamang nagdidesisyon ay ang UPLB Alumni Association. Bagkos ito po ay ginagawa sa pamagitan ng pagtutulungan ng ating Office of the Chancellor. Kami po ay tulong-tulong kung ang aming napili ay karapat-dapat na mabigyan o matanghal na Presidential Awardee. So, sa mga may bahay ng ating mga awardee ngayon, sa kanilang pamilya, ako po ay buwabati. Kasama nyo kami na nagmamalaki sa inyong mga mahal na buhay na sa libo-libong alumni ay isa sa inyong mahal na buhay ang napili mabigyan ng award ngayong araw na ito. So again, mga kasama, maraming pong salamat at nawa ay taon-taon ay dumami ang ating awardee at ang UPLB Alumni Association ay amin pong pinipilit na sa buong region ng buong Pilipinas ay magkaroon ng UPLB Alumni Association Chapter. Sa ngayon po ay marami na kaming nabuo magmula sa Bisaya, sa Mindanao, sa Davao, sa Bicol at dito po sa Luzon ay amin pong nabuo ang UPLB Alumni Association. So come December, kami po ay pupunta sa Thailand at sa Indonesia dahil organized na po ang UPLB Alumni Association ng dalawang bansa na ito. So again, sana po ay tayo ay maging masaya sa araw na ito. Long live UPLB Alumni. Thank you.
Long live UPLB Alumni. Maraming salamat, Captain Mauro Baradas, ang ating UPLB AA President. Gusto ko yung sinabi ni Captain no, na ito ang araw ng pagbabalik. Kaya sa ating mga kapamilya dito sa UPLB community, from decades ago, of course, this is a one big, expanding family. Welcome home. At dahil po dyan, at this point, to deliver a message and present the awards, it's an honor to call on our UPLB Chancellor, Dr. Jose V. Camacho Jr.
Isang masigabong pagbati sa lahat ng UPLB alumni. Palakpakan po ninyo ang UPLB, ang ating mga sarili sa isang selebrasyon na ito. Binabati ko po ang representative ng UP System, ang Assistant Vice President for Alumni Affairs, Ma'am Angelica Abad, lahat po ng mga hardworking UPLB Office of Alumni Relations at lahat ng Alumni Relations Officer ng bawat kolehiyo. lahat po ng faculty members, staff members, mga estudyante na nandito ngayon, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. I am very pleased to address all of you today in this 104th Loyalty Day awarding ceremony of this loyalty celebration. Over 100 years ago, UPLB's Loyalty Day tradition began when more than half of UPLB's students and faculty willingly enlisted to the National Guard during World War I. It has since evolved into a celebration of loyalty to our nation and to our alma mater, UPLB, and the values that we all treasure: honor and excellence, and public service that every alumni holds dear. Today, we award our UPLB alumni who showcase this loyalty through outstanding achievements in various fields of endeavor. Our awardees, they represent the best and the finest about UPLB, not only in scholarly pursuits, but also in service to others. Yan po ang tatak UPLB. We recognize our awardees for their loyalty and the prestige, for the honor that they have garnered for the university. And more importantly, we hope that they will continue as UPLB's ambassadors and help us widen our spheres of influence and form new and strong linkages, partnership, or collaboration with other organizations and communities here in the Philippines and abroad. The reason for this is reflected in the theme that we have today: strengthening partnerships between UPLB and alumni for more progressive communities, which is a theme that is more applicable and very critical than ever as our country moves forward through recovery from this very pandemic. We helped and supported one another through the challenging times. In this very venue, we held several vaccination activities. Los Baños, our local government unit partner, has given 100% vaccination access because of that partnership with UPLB. We embodied the values of collaboration, cooperation, and consolidation, and compassion during this worst time of the pandemic. And we must continue upholding these values as we recover from the aftermath of the pandemic. As I stated in my speech during this morning's alumni homecoming and General Assembly, we have an opportunity to remain relevant and make significant contribution to nation building during this period of transition and recovery. The pandemic has taught us many valuable lessons, but perhaps the most important is how much we could achieve when we collaborate and focus on our efforts. Now that we are emerging from the shadow of COVID-19, we need to realign the teamwork towards the future. While the road to building back better is an uphill climb, it can and will be made less demanding by working together. Congratulations to our awardees, ipinagmamalaki po namin kayo. We hope to continue our collaboration with UPLB as we build sustainable, resilient, progressive, and future-proof communities. Maraming salamat. Palagi po kayong mag-iingat at mabuhay po ang UPLB, ang UPLB Alumni.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Jose V. Camacho Jr. I'm sure you have sparked inspiration among our guests, our alumni today. Tama nga si Chancy, tuloy-tuloy yung collaboration, cooperation, and compassion for more progressive communities. Now, before we begin with the awarding, may we call back on stage the UPLB Choral Ensemble to serenade you with a couple of songs.
How can anyone be more to me than you? Sorry if sometimes I look past you. There's no one beyond your eyes.
Wonderful. Grabe, kinilabutan ako.
Di ba,
Ang
ma'am?
galing.
Para mga humuhuning ibon dito sa Copeland, di ba?
Thank you very much, UPLB Choral Ensemble, for your superb performance. Grabe, lalo pag malapit sa stage, no? Ramdam na ramdam mo yung
Di
energy
ba, ma'am? May
nila.
front row access tayo sa mga
I
ito.
know, world-class talent indeed. Tulad
Yes.
ng ating mga awardees, world-class. So every year during the traditional alumni fellowship or awarding ceremonies, awards are given to our world-class alumni for their outstanding performances para sa UPLB din,
Performance
syempre.
parang CE lang, di ba?
Oo,
Okay,
parang CE
sige.
lang yun. Kasi ganun din yung energy na binibigay nila sa kanilang mga areas of expertise. Now, we would like to request Captain Baradas and Chancellor Camacho to come up on stage for the awarding.
Ang award po na ito ay tinatawag na Multi-Generation Award. Bakit po? Dahil ang award pong ito ay pinaparangalo ay binibigay sa pamilya ng mga UPLB alumni na may at least 3 henerasyon ng family members na nag-graduate sa UPLB at the time, of course, of the award.
Alright, I think our first multi-generation awardee is now ready. Congratulations to the Gregorio family. The members of the Gregorio family are Rizalino Posuga Gregorio, BS Agriculture 1958, MS Agricultural Engineering 1972, Glenn Borja Gregorio, BS Agriculture 1986, MS Plant Breeding 1991, and PhD Genetics 1997. And we have Myla Beatriz A. Gregorio, BS Sugar Technology 1989, and MS Biochemistry 1995. Mikaya Bea Gregorio, BA Communication Arts 2016, cum laude. Phoebe Liway A. Gregorio, BS Civil Engineering 2020, and Patricia Lois A. Gregorio, BA Communication Arts 2022, magna cum laude.
And I can't help, Ma'am Jay, sige, nagpapalakpakan sila. Talagang deserve ni Patricia Gregorio na magna cum laude dahil bilang former professor niya ako sa Comma 150 Workplace Communication, hindi ko makakalimutan ang pagbibigay sa kanya ng uno. Ayan, iba talaga ang Gregorio family. Palapakan po natin, Gregorio family, our first multi-generation awardees. Thank you so much. Tawagin naman natin ang Tetangco family. Ang mga sumusunod po ay membro ng Tetangco family, Miguel Tetangco, hi Pat. Okay, BS Agriculture 1964, MS Agronomy 1977, Milagros Hidalgo Tetangco, BS Agriculture 1967, MS Development Communication 1983, Dr. Hindra Tetangco, BS Biology 1988, Mr. Jonas Tetangco, BS Development Communication 1997, Miss Elena Tanya Tetangco, BS Development Communication 1998. Wow, just a year apart. Mrs. Maria Elenita Libas Tetangco, BA Communication Arts 1987. Mrs. Eliza Cadiz Tetangco, BS Agriculture 1999. And Mr. John Elijah Miguel Tetangco, BA Communication Arts 2019, mga kaibigan, ang Tetangco family. Congrats, Tetangco family.
Our next multi-generation awardee is the Dorado family. They're not here with us, but we will be sending our congratulations to the family.
Yes. Thank you,
Of
Dorado
course.
family. Ngayon naman, mula sa Dorado family, dumako tayo sa Feliciano family. Sila po ay sina Dr. Teresita Sendana Feliciano, Doctor of Dental Medicine, UP Manila 1951, Victor Sendana Feliciano III, BS Agribusiness, UPLB 1972, Dr. Melinda Feliciano Lumanta, BSA Statistics, UPCA 1974, MS Statistics UPLB 1979, Dr. Isaias Lumanta Jr., BSA Animal Science, UPCA 1969, Mauricio Sendanya Feliciano, BSA Animal Science 1974, Teresita Corsino Feliciano, BS DevCom 1978, MMPM 2001, Maria Lourdes Feliciano Estacio, BS Agricultural Economics 1977, Mario Estacio, BS Agribusiness 1977, Dr. George Sendanya Feliciano, DVM 1984. Doctor, wow, this is a wonderful lineage of talagang generation. So, Ma'am Jay, would you like to pick the rest up?
Dr. Agnes Arevalo Feliciano, Mr. Ismael Roy Feliciano, Aya Denise Corsino Feliciano, Melissa Corsino Feliciano, Katrina Corsino Feliciano, Renzo Corsino Feliciano, Mario Alejandro Feliciano, and Mr. Miguel Conrado Arevalo Feliciano.
Ayan.
Amazing. Congratulations, Feliciano family.
Talk about multi-generations, di ba?
Yes. And the next multi-generation awardee is the Zamora family. We have Mr. Antonio Digal Bustrillos, BS Agriculture Class 1948, MSc and PhD. Nena Adamos Rola Bustrillos, BS Agriculture 1948, MSc and PhD. Arilyn B. Pacho Ramos, BS AgChem 1971, MD and in 1976. Aleli B. Yap, BS AgChem 1973, magna cum laude. Arielita B. Carpio, MS Home Technology 1975. Alfineta Bustrillos Zamora, BS Agriculture 1972 and MS Agro 1977. Aloysa Zamora Santos, BS DevCom 1994, magna cum laude. And Mr. Dr. Oscar Balagtaz Zamora, BS Agricultural Chemistry 1972 and MS Agronomy 1976. Arlan M. Santos, BS Forestry, 1995, and Miss Benilda Teresa Zamora Sable, BS Agriculture, 1996.
Wow! Palakpakan po natin muli ang Zamora family.
Congratulations, Zamora family.
So muli po, palakpakan natin lahat ang ating mga multi-generation awardees. Naway ma-inspire po ang mga pamilya dito sa Copeland at ating mga nanonood sa live stream na talagang i-target, hindi naman, not for the sake of the award of course, but to, keep, belonging to the part of, to the community of UPLB. Di ba, Ma'am Jaya? Ayan.
Yes.
Ngayon naman, para bigyan ng mga awards sa college, distinguished alumni awardees, of course, we have here with us still our dear Chancellor, Dr. Josevi Camacho, and UPLB AA President, Captain Mauro Baradas, the College Dean, we would like to also request, and the President of the College Alumni Association to present the awards.
Let's begin with the College of Agriculture and Food Science. Let us welcome the CAF's Dean, Dr. Elpidio Agbisit, and Dr. Cristino M. Collado, President of the CAF's Alumni Association. We'd also like to recognize the Alumni Relations Officers, Dr. Dennis Marvin O. Santiago and Ms. Virma Rhea Lee. Our first awardee is Mr. Agripino L. Torres, BS Agriculture 1970, Rural Development and Cooperative.
Who is a man of compassion, collaboration, consolidation, and cooperation. Dr. Torres is every inch a true-blooded alumnus of UPLB.
Our next awardee is Dr. Felipe S. De La Cruz Jr., BS Agriculture 1979, MS Agronomy 1985, Plant Genetic Resources, Conservation, and Management. For his laudable contribution towards the conservation and management of fruit crops, genetic resources. along with his outstanding leadership and guidance in the introduction, collection, evaluation, and conservation of fruit crop germplasm. Congratulations, Dr. Felipe S. de la Cruz. Our next awardee is Dr. John C. De Leon, BS Agriculture 1990, MS Plant Breeding 1994 for Science and Technology Research Administration in recognition of his outstanding works in rice breeding in private and government institutions, resulting to a prolific harvest of more than 20 NSIC-approved rice hybrids. Congratulations, Dr. John C. De Leon. And our next College Distinguished Alumni Awardee is Ms. Marilu N. Infante, BS Agriculture 1984 for Science and Technology. For her outstanding 35 years of competence and diligence in improving regional farming indices through disease tolerance and crop protection. Congratulations, Ms. Marilu N. Infante.
Palakpakan naman natin ang mga awardees natin muli sa CAFS. At mula sa kolehong yan, dumako naman tayo sa college namin ni Ma'am Jaya, ang College of Arts and Sciences. Let's welcome the CAS Dean Maribel L. Junicio Sese and Ms. Buena Flor M. Maningas, President of the CAS Alumni Association. Ina-acknowledge natin ang mga Alumni Relations Officers na sina Professor Vernel Lawas at Dr. Maria Dalisay, maligalig na head din ng Program Committee ng Loyalty Day. Tawagin na po natin ang una nating awardee mula sa College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Marilyn P. Balolong, BS Biology 1995, MS Microbiology 2002 for enhancing the value and optimizing the application of microbiology in addressing societal and environmental issues and concerns in the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Congratulations, Dr. Balolong. Ang susunod naman po natin na awardee para sa CAS ay si Dr. Mark Christopher Pasayan, BS Biology 2000. For his commitment and dedication in the provision of public health education and trainings on the diagnosis, clinical management, as well as infection prevention and control, especially when dealing with outbreaks of emerging and re-emerging infectious diseases. Pagbati, Dr. Mark Christopher Pasayan. Hi, sir.
Congratulations to all the College of Arts and Sciences College Distinguished Alumni Awardees. And now, for the College of Development Communication, let us welcome the CDC Dean, Dr. Maria Stella C. Tirol, and CDC Alumni Association President, Assistant Professor Rommel A. Daya. We would also like to acknowledge our Alumni Relations Officer for CDC, Mr. Ryan J. Galang, and Mr. Elijah Jesse M. Pine. Our first awardee is Dr. Juwara P. Lubis, PhD Development Communication 2000 for his dedication and hard work in pioneering and strengthening curricular programs in development communication in Indonesia as one of the first Indonesian graduates of the Doctor of Philosophy and Development Communication program of UPLB. Congratulations, Dr. Lubis. Our next awardee is Mr. Jonas H. Tetanco, BS Development Communication 1997, Volunteer Management and Partnerships, for his exemplary work and contributions to local and international volunteer management and partnerships for the Philippines. Maraming salamat at pagbati, Mr. Jonas H. Tetanco. Our next awardee is Mr. Dwight Jason M. Ronan, BS Development Communication 2009 International Development Communication Practice for his professional excellence and exemplary practice of development communication in Southeast Asia. Congratulations, Mr. Dwight Jason M. Ronan.
Ma'am Jaya, na-inspire ako kasi bilang DevCom graduate, exemplary talagang serbisyo at accomplishments ng ating mga awardees. Ngayon naman, dumako tayo sa College of Economics and Management. Let's welcome the SEM Dean, Agham C. Cuevas, and Dr. Agham C. Cuevas and Dr. Guido Alfredo Delgado, President of SEM Alumni Association. Special shoutout sa mga alumni relations officers natin na sina Prof. Arlene C. Gutierrez and Assistant Professor Jewel Joanna Cabardo. Our first awardee for this college is Paul John F. Barosa, BS Economics 2011 Magna Cum Laude, for his excellent leadership and service to the local government of Naga and for his key role in the institutionalization of various persons with disabilities programs, benefits, and privileges through the establishments of things like PWD Affairs Office. Pagbati po, Sir Paul John Barosa. Tawagin naman po natin si Marieta P. Huang, BS Agribusiness Management 1985, in recognition of her outstanding leadership and service to the Cooperative Development Authority in progressing and promoting cooperativism through her initiatives in further improving processes and facilities in our country's cooperatives. Congratulations, Ma'am Marieta Huang, BS Agri-Management 1985. Our next awardee is Theodore Ivan R. Paris, BS Agribusiness Management 1997. Represented by the mother, Thelma Paris, si Ma'am Thelma, in recognition of Theodore Paris's consistent, outstanding performance and excellent contribution in global wealth management industry. Maraming salamat po, Theodore Ivan Paris, Ma'am Thelma Paris, pagbati rin po. Ang sumunod naman natin na award ay si Everett E. Villaraza, BS Economics 2009 Cum Laude, for her exemplary contributions that shape fiscally sustainable programs and projects via development finance government initiatives in the Philippines and her proactive leadership in the Bureau of Treasury Region 5. Congratulations po, Ma'am Everett Villaraza. At ito po ang mga awardees natin for College of Economics and Management. Palapakan po natin silang lahat.
For the College of Engineering and Agro-Industrial Technology, let us welcome the SEAT Dean, Dr. Rosana Marie C. Amongo, and SEAT Alumni Association President, Engineer Pantaleon Tabanao. And we would also like to recognize the presence of the SEAT Alumni Relations Officers, Dr. Marion Lux Castro and Dr. Aurelio A. De Los Reyes Jr. Our first awardee is Dr. Arnel B. Beltran, BS Chemical Engineering 2005, Environmental Engineering and Biotechnology. Dr. Beltran is a professional chemical engineer and a dedicated faculty with a doctorate degree in environmental engineering and biotechnology. Congratulations, Dr. Beltran. Our next awardee is Dr. Manuel R. Reyes, BS Agricultural Engineering 1980, MS Agricultural Engineering 1987, Land and Water Resources Engineering. Dr. Reyes, is a research professor at Kansas State University. It's not. Our next awardee is Engineer Eduardo B. Cleofe, BS Agricultural Engineering 1995, Agricultural Sustainability and Entrepreneurship. He is a vocal promoter and supporter of organic farming, agricultural sustainability, and entrepreneurship. Maraming salamat po and congratulations, Dr. Engineer Cleofe. And our next awardee from the College of Engineering and Agro-Industrial Technology is Dr. Pablito G. Nagpala, represented by the sister. Belanya Nagpara. Maraming salamat po and congratulations din po.
So palakpakan naman natin ating mga SEAT awardees. And now let's go to CFNR College of Forestry and Natural Resources, requesting, of course, with utmost respect, CFNR Dean Marlo D. Mendoza and Forester Tommy T. Valdez, President of CFNR Alumni Association, to stand in front of the stage. Of course, we'll have Dr. Dolom, and we would like to request, of course, our presenters of the award to join us in front of the stage. Of course, special recognition para sa ating mga Alumni Relations Officers, Dr. Elenita Racelis and Forester Merilinda Regondola. Umpisahan na po natin kay Dr. Priscilla C. Dolom, BS Forestry 1980, MS Forestry 1986, and PhD Forestry 2001, for providing leadership in the conduct of policy research and extension programs and projects formulation and implementation and maintenance of linkages with DENR and other relevant government agencies. Marami pong salamat at pagbati kay Dr. Priscilla C. Dolom. Congratulations po. Ang susunod naman po natin na awardee mula sa College of Forestry and Natural Resources ay si Forester Michelia Cappadocia, BS Forestry 1981. Forester Michelia Cappadocia started teaching the subject Environment and Natural Resources Law in the two law schools, Xavier University and Liceo de Cagayan University in Cagayan de Oro City, and the first forester judge in the country. Talk about, blazing the trail. Marami pong salamat, Forester Michelia Cappadocia. Up next is Forester Glenda M. Cadigal, BS Forestry 1997. For her sheer determination to protect the invaluable resources of the country's last frontier through science-based approach. Forester Manalo Cadigal was also highly recommended for the Public Service Award of the CFNRAA for 2022 and now is indeed receiving the award from the college. Forester Glenda Cadigal, BS Forestry 1997. And to complete the roster of CFNR awardees, we have Dr. Rocinto Ian Lumbres, BS Forestry 2006. Si Dr. Lumbres po ang isa sa mga youngest and accomplished researchers sa Benguet State University and one of the 2022 Outstanding Young Scientists by the National Academy of Science and Technology. Pagbati po, Dr. Rocinto Ian Lumbres, BS Forestry 2006.
And now for the College of Human Ecology, let us welcome the Che Dean, Dr. Ricardo M. Sandalo, and Che Alumni Association President, Dr. Jennifer Marie S. Amparo. We'd also like to recognize the Alumni Relations Officers, Professor Ana Teresa O. Orillo and Ms. Sandra S. Samantela. We also have with us the College Secretary of the College of Human Ecology, Dr. Maris D. And our first awardee is Mr. Brian Carlo A. Hipolito, BS Human Ecology 2012, MS Development Management and Governance 2017. In recognition of his contribution to the field of human resources in international development organizations and his dedication to bridging purposeful career opportunities for young professionals. Maraming salamat sa iyong serbisyo and congratulations, Mr. Brian Carlo Hipolito.
Special shoutout sa aking mga kaibigan dyan. Okay, congrats Sir Brian and Ma'am.
Our next awardee is Dr. S.M. Ziyadun Haider, Master of Professional Studies in Food and Nutrition Planning, 1991, Nutrition Science and Public Health Nutrition. The next awardee is Mr. Mark Lemuel L. Sena, Capacity Building and Organizational Development. And our last awardee who is present is Miss Isabel G. Gatmaytan, BS Human Ecology 1998, Family Resource Management and Family Entrepreneurship, in recognition of her accomplishments in the field of family resource management, family entrepreneurship, as well as her advocacies that promote human and family development. Congratulations, Ms. Isabel G. Gatmaytan. Maraming salamat, Ma'am D. and Ninong, Dr. Sandalo.
Ang susunod naman po ay College of Public Affairs and Development. I-welcome po natin dito sa stage ang si PAF Dean Rowena D.T. Bacongis and Environmental Planner Mark Paulo G. Velasco, ang Pangulo ng CPAF Alumni Association. And of course, ang Director si Ma'am Eileen Mamino, ARO Special Recognition, Ms. Macrina G. Umali at Ms. Samantha Geraldine G. De Los Santos. So, i-acknowledge na po natin ang ating unang awardee for CPAF, Dr. Erickson N. De La Cruz, PhD Community Development 2020. In recognition of his outstanding contributions toward the empowerment of rural farming communities, specifically of Carabao farmers in Nueva Ecija, Philippines. Pagbati po, Dr. Erickson N. De La Cruz. And our other awardee for CPAF is Dr. Dixon T. Hevania, Certificate in Forestry 1999, BS Forestry 2003, and MS Community Development 2009 in recognition of his exemplary work on education, research, and public service for community development. Congratulations, Dr. Dixon Hevania.
And now for the School of Environmental Science and Management, let us welcome the SESAM Dean, Dr. Rico C. Ancog, and SESAM Alumni Association President, Dr. Marian M. Acedera. We'd also like to recognize the Alumni Relations Officers, Dr. Mark Dondi M. Arboleda and Forester Sofia A. Alaira. Our first awardee from SESAM is Dr. Fernando C. Sanchez Jr., BS Agriculture 1987, MS Environmental Studies 1994, Academic Leadership. In due recognition for his contribution in the field of environmental science in the Philippines as the 9th Chancellor of UPLB from 2014 to 2020. Dr. Sanchez has provided a catalytic role in the development of its environmental science and management curricula. Our next awardee is Dr. Andrew Eusebio S. Tan, PhD Environmental Science 2009, Research and Development. In due recognition as an outstanding alumnus for his distinguished contribution in the field of research and development on marine resources of the Philippines. Pagbati po, Dr. Andrew Tan. Our next awardee is Dr. Asuncion B. De Guzman, PhD Environmental Science 2004, Research and Environmental Advocacy. In due recognition for her contributions in the field of marine science and environmental management. Congratulations, Dr. De Guzman. Our next awardee from SESAM is Forester Heriberto B. Saños, Certificate in Forestry 1983, BS Forestry 1986, Diploma in Agribusiness Management 1992, and MS Environmental Studies 1998, Government Service National. In due recognition for his contribution in the field of environmental management and regulation. Congratulations, Forester Heriberto B. Saños. And our last awardee from SESAM is Mr. Desakda Manikham, MS Environmental Studies 2010, Government Service International, in due recognition for his contribution in the field of environmental management and regulation. Congratulations, Mr. Manikham. Again, congratulations to all our college distinguished awardees. Maraming salamat po sa inyong serbisyo.
Grabe, Ma'am Jaya. Maraming salamat po, Chancellor po, and our dear UPLB President. Makakasama po namin kayo ulit, sir, maya-maya lamang sa patuloy na paggawad sa mga parangal sa ating mga outstanding alumni. Once again, thank you to our dear Chancellor and our UPLB President. Nakaka-inspire naman, Ma'am Jaya, yung mga nakita natin, parang sila talaga yung ilan sa mga lodi ng UPLB community. No? Palapakan naman po natin ang ating college distinguished awardees. You serve as an inspiration to, younger folks, no? Nag-feeling naman ng younger folks like me and Ma'am Jaya and the rest of our contemporaries, di ba? Naku, parang punong-puno ng honor and pride, excellence, ang vibe ng Copeland Gymnasium sa hapon na ito. Ma'am Jaya, baka naman meron kang pabaon sa amin. Balita ko, kakanta ka raw.
Oh, ako ba?
Ikaw ba? Parang ikaw.
Hindi ako yon. Meron tayong magaling na performer for today. Singgaling mo, Sir
Hindi naman,
Linus.
slide paus nga ako eh.
So at this point, let us listen to a special number from the beautiful Miss Janet Mamino.
Let's give it up for Janet Mamino.
Naroon ka, dito ako, hindi makatagpo. Tawag ko'y di marinig, ba't kay layo mo? Lapitan man ay di mo tanaw, bingit bulag sa akin ay walang pakiramdam. Sayang na pagmamahal, paano ng pag-ibig ko walang hanggan. Sana'y maghintay ang walang hanggan, hanggang makilala mo ako ang iyong mahal. Baka ko matutuhan, kahit kalimutan, baka pangako ko'y dumating sa kailanman. Sana'y maghintay na walang hanggan, sanang iyong paglingap ay muli kong matikman. Subalit kung paglimot ay di mapigilan, alalahanin mo kita. Buhay kong ito hinahanap, bakit nga ba nakapagtataka? Pag ito ay nakamtan mo na, bakit may kulang pa? Mga bituin aking narating, ngunit langit ko pa rin ang iyong piling. Kapag tayong dalawa'y naging isa, kahit na isang laksang bituin, di kayang pantayan ating ningning. Balutin mo ako ng hiwaga ng iyong pagmamahal, hayaang matakpan ang kinang na di magtatagal. Mabuti pa kaya'y maging bituing walang ningning, kung kapalit nito'y walang paglaho mang patingin. Sana'y wala nang wakas, kung pag-ibig ay wagas. Paglalamping sa iyong piling ay ligaya kong walang kahambing. Ng tadhana, bigyang tuldok ang ating ligaya. umakin, pagkat walang katapusan kitang ibigin. Kahit na ilang tinig ay kaya kong tapakan, kung iyan ang paraan upang landas mo'y masundan. Kahit ilang ulit ako iyong saktan, hindi kita maaring iwanan. Kahit ilang awit ay aking aawitin, hanggang ang hilig ko'y maging hilig ko na rin. Kahit ilang dagat ang dapat tawirin, higit pa yan ang aking gagawin. O labang pag-ibig ko, ilabang ang buhay ko, ibibigay sa ngalan ng pag-ibig mo. Higit pa yan, aking mahal
Mic test. Ayun, galing naman ni Miss Janet. Palapakan po muli natin. Nako, singgaling finalist po yan, kaya grand finalist actually. So talagang supportahan natin. Okay, so tuloy-tuloy po tayo sa ating pag-award. And this time, Ma'am Jaya, ano po ito? Ito ay ang Outstanding UPLB Alumni. And this award po, kaunting background lang, ay naumpisahan noong 2003 at ibinibigay sa mga alumni na talagang tinodo nila ang kanilang ang kontribusyon sa kanilang mga kani-kaniyang mga larawan at nagpakita ng kahusayan sa pagresolba ng ilang mga issue na ating kinakaharap kagaya ng poverty alleviation, environment, good governance, ecological conservation, community development at nation building. Kaya naman po sa puntong ito, tinatawag natin muli ang ating mahal na UPLB Chancellor, Dr. Jose V. Camacho, at ang UPLB AA President, Captain Mauro Baradas, upang samahan kami dito sa entablado at iparangal ang dalawang awards natin na TUWA at ng Outstanding Golden Jubilarian. Grabe yung kanta kanina ni Sharon, Ma'am Jaya, no? Isang reminder po para sa atin yung balutin mo ako na sa buffet po nakakainin natin ay alam niyo na po yun. Okay, sige po. Magsha-Sharon ka ba? Kasi ako medyo, tingnan natin, nagbabalak tayo. So ma'am, okay, i-anunsyo na natin ang ating mga Outstanding UPLB Alumni Awardees.
Alright. Our first Outstanding UPLB Alumni Awardee is Dr. Samuel C. Dalmasio, BS Agriculture 1966, MS Agriculture 1970, for his significant contributions to the growth and development of the hybrid corn seed industry in the Philippines. Congratulations, Dr. Dalmasio.
Tawagin naman po natin ang susunod na paparangalan, Nemesio A. De La Cruz, BS Agriculture 1975, for the bioorganic fertilizer production and use in the sugar industry and for his outstanding achievements in sugar industry by spearheading the bioorganic fertilizer production and utilization in the Victorias Mill District. Marami pong salamat, Sir Nemesio A. De La Cruz.
Our next awardee is Dr. Manuel C. Palada, MS Agronomy 1971, International Horticulture, He is a recipient of the Rockefeller Foundation Fellowship, and he completed the PhD in Horticultural Science, major in vegetable crops at the University of Florida. Congratulations, Dr. Manuel C. Palada.
Up next for the Outstanding UPLB Alumni Awards is Dr. Marilyn B. Brown, BS Agriculture 1980, MS Plant Pathology 1986, and PhD Plant Pathology 1994. In recognition of her dynamic leadership as a science administrator that has resulted in biotech being now the centerpiece of the biotechnology research landscape. Dr. Brown, pagbati po at maraming salamat.
Our next outstanding UPLB alumni awardee is Dr. Antonio L. Oña, BS Agriculture 1970, Outstanding Achievements in Statistics and Project Management. In recognition of his outstanding achievements in statistics and project management, he provided scientific and technical support to the large area crop inventory experiment. Congratulations, Dr. Antonio L. Oña.
Kayo naman po ang susunod na pararangalan, Dr. Romeo T. Opeña, BS Agriculture 1964, Plant Breeding, for his pioneering work in breeding improved crop varieties in tropical countries, which resulted in a bountiful research harvest as documented in the numerous technical publications. Congratulations po, Dr. Romeo T. Opeña.
And our next outstanding UPLB alumni awardee is Dr. Melinda F. Lumanta, BS Agriculture 1974, MS Statistics 1979, in recognition of her exemplary performance in advancing the pioneering fields of research management and open and distance education through 46 years of dedicated service in UPLB and in UPOU as faculty, researcher, and university administrator. Maraming salamat po and congratulations, Dr. Lumanta.
Ang susunod naman po na ating awardee ay si Miss Julieta L. Haveliana, BA Communication Arts 1989, Excellence in the Field of Journalism, for offering the people accurate and relevant information they need to become empowered citizens, which is what her mission has been about as a journalist for 3 decades. Ma'am Julieta Haveliana, pagbati po. Mula sa bilang mga com arts profs kami rito, no, nakaka-inspire po. Dumako na po tayo sa susunod nating awardee.
Our next awardee is Dr. Rasid M. Paca, MS Agricultural Engineering 2001. For his exemplary performance in spearheading projects and programs in agricultural engineering of Mindanao State University, Marawi Campus.
Congratulations, Dr. Paca. Up next is Miss Maria Teresa D. Marshall, BS Economics 1990, cum laude, for her exceptional leadership and supervision of the asset and wealth management of one of the country's most prestigious financial institutions.
Maria Teresa D. Marshall, BS Economics 1990, cum laude, corporate governance for her exceptional leadership and supervision of the asset and wealth management of one of the country's most prestigious financial institutions. Congratulations, Miss Marshall.
Up next is Zaldi B. Patron, BS Economics, 1990, Foreign Service. Mr. Gabriel Patron is representing Zaldi Patron for his exemplary service and outstanding achievements as a Foreign Service Officer, Consul, and Director for Functional Cooperation and Institutional Policy. Pagbati po kay Sir Zaldi B. Patron, BS Economics, 1990.
And our next awardee is Dr. Cherry I. Ultra, PhD Agricultural Economics 2001, Public Service and Governance. A public servant for 34 years, Dr. Cherry Ultra paved the way to make the University of Eastern Philippines to attain the honor and prestige that it has now. Congratulations, Dr. Cherry I. Ultra.
At ang ating panghuling TUA awardee po ay si Dr. Riza A. Ramos, BS Nutrition, 1991 at MS Applied Nutrition, 1996 for the field Rice Chemistry for Food and Nutrition in recognition of her leadership in the studies of nutrition, health, and wellness potential of rice, rice-based crops, and its byproducts. Congratulations, Dr. Ramos. Pagbati po sa lahat po ng ating TUA awardees. Palakpakan naman po natin sila. Talk about honor and excellence. Indeed, very inspiring po ang inyong mga istorya at accomplishments.
And now, Sir Linos,
Exciting!
we would like to honor the 10 outstanding alumni from the prime movers of this year's Loyalty Day celebration, the Golden Jubilarians, Class 1972.
How about a great cheer for our Golden Jubilarians? Go 72 for the outstanding Golden Jubilarian Awards. We will now call on the following outstanding people. Let's start off with Professor Alfineta B. Zamora, BS Agriculture 1972, cum laude, and MS Agronomy 1977 in recognition of her outstanding accomplishments in research in plant tissue and cell culture for economic crops and her unselfish sharing of expertise. Pagbati po, Professor Zamora.
Our next outstanding alumna is Dr. Sonia D. Akda, BS Agriculture 1972, MS Animal Science 1982, PhD Animal Science 1994. In recognition for her dedication towards the advancement of education during the years she had with the ADSCCA UPLB. Maraming salamat po and congratulations, Dr. Akda.
Our next outstanding Golden Jubilarian awardee is Mr. Constante U. Adalia, BS Agriculture UPLB 1972, for his wide exposure to various sorts of people, especially the farmers, who have honed him to be a man of service. A student activist, having worked at UPLB AXI, volunteer for Bayanihan, indeed passion to serve beyond technical agriculture. Thank you, Mr. Constante Adalia.
And our next outstanding Golden Jubilarian awardee is Dr. Victor S. Luis Jr., BS Agricultural Engineering 1972, in recognition of his profound contribution to the improvement of environmental management in the country, particularly in solid waste and wastewater management. Congratulations, Dr. Luis.
Ang susunod naman po nating Outstanding Golden Jubilarian Awardee ay si Mr. Carlos B. Carpio, BS Agriculture 1972, in recognition of his persevering and high-impact work on extension of technologies on improved coconut hybrids, technologies on food and non-food farming systems in our coconut industry. Marami pong salamat, Sir Carlos Carpio.
Our next outstanding Golden Jubilarian is Dr. Cesar C. Sevilla, BS Agriculture, UPLB 1972, in recognition of his outstanding performance in the field of ruminant production and nutrition. Congratulations, Dr. Cesar C. Sevilla.
Dumako na po tayo sa ating susunod na Outstanding Golden Jubilarian Awardee, si Dr. Rosendo S. Rapusas, BS Agricultural Engineering 1972, for his profound recognition of his remarkable contributions to the advancement and application of good post-harvest management practices. Maraming salamat po, Dr. Rosendo Rapusas.
And our next outstanding Golden Jubilarian awardee is Mr. Augusto T. Abelilla, BS Agriculture 1972, for his expertise on farm management. He had exemplary achieved the development of vast areas of coconut plantation in southern Quezon, aside from the other agribusiness ventures on multiple cropping. Congratulations, Mr. Abelilla.
Ang ating susunod po na Outstanding Golden Jubilarian Awardee ay si Miss Jovita M. Corpus, BS Agriculture 1972. A true-blooded scholar ng bayan who's dedicated to the agricultural development of the country and continues beyond retirement in and through various local and international consultancies. Marami pong salamat, Ma'am Jovita Corpus.
And our 10th outstanding Golden Jubilarian awardee is Mr. Rolando V. Labios, BS Agriculture 1972, MS Agronomy 1979, for his exemplary achievements on institutional development that led to the granting of funds for the DA research agencies such as DA, RIARCs, and RFDCs across the country for their research on station and on-farm activities. Maraming salamat po and congratulations, Dr. Rolando V. Labios.
Palapakan naman po natin ang ating mga outstanding Golden Jubilarian awardees, and at this point, we're going to award the Nelia T. Gonzalez Alumni Service Award. This award is named after one of the most distinguished UPLB alumni who has served the association as president for 13 years. It is given to an alumnus of UPLB for outstanding services in furthering the cause of the alumni in the university. And with pride and honor, the Nelia T. Gonzalez Service Awardee is Dr. Benny M. Corcolon, BS Agriculture 1982, MS Plant Pathology 1993, and PhD Plant Pathology 2004. For his leadership and dedication in alumni service as past president of the UP Los Baños Alumni Association Davao Chapter, instrumental in reviving the UPLB AA Davao in 2009. Maraming salamat po at pagbati kay Dr. Benny M. Corcolon.
Congratulations to all our awardees. Ang gagaling. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Thank you very much, Chancy and Captain Baradas.
Thank you, sirs.
At this point, we will be serenaded.
Ayan, gusto ko yung mga serenade. So, meron pang isa pa,
Meron
Ma'am
pa.
Jaya. Ayan.
Meron pa tayong
Kasama ka na ba
world-class
rito?
group. Hindi pa rin.
Okay, sige. Okay, iniintay ko yan kanina pa eh.
We
Sige.
will now be serenaded by our very own UPLB Harmonia and String Ensemble.
Yes, palapakan naman po natin ang Harmonia! Pagkagaling-galing naman talaga ng ating UPLB Harmonia, the string ensemble. Ma'am, talaga I've been watching them for so many years at, they just keep getting, better and better. Ma'am, I'm so excited. Actually, I just got news because this is the moment of our golden jubilarians, di ba ma'am? So it only behooves us, no? Napaka-formal naman ng behooves us to actually give due recognition to all the members of our golden jubilarians. At dahil po dyan, iniimbitahan po natin ang lahat ng membro ng the golden batch to join us here on stage to receive some recognition. Tinatawag din po natin ang ating mahal na Chancellor at UPLB AA President para i-present ang ating mga awards dito po sa unahan ng stage instead. Ayan po. So muli po, palapakan natin ang ating Golden Jubilarians! At narinig natin, Ma'am Jaya kanina, no, yung tugtog ng string ensemble ng Harmonia na Pinoy Ako. Ayan, di ba? Talagang very patriotic song. At sa punto pong ito sige ma'am, you're about to say something.
Actually, I was waiting for more.
Oo nga, ma'am,
hesitant
parang
akong
tayo,
tumayo.
ma'am, no? Parang nabitin tayo at for sure na baka naman mapaunlakan nila tayo maya-maya lamang. Kasi naman, big fan talaga tayo ng Harmonia. So thanks Harmonia. At sa punto pong ito ay hawak na po ng ating mahal na Chancellor at UPLB President ang mga medalya para igawad sa mga miyembro ng ating Golden Jubilarians. So sa punto pong ito, tinatawag na po natin ang lahat ng mga jubilarian dito po. We're inviting them right in front of the stage para po isa-isahing tanggapin ang mga medalya habang kayo po ay pinapalakpakan ng ating audience, sa ating mga kasamahan dito sa Copeland Gymnasium. Once again po, live po tayo sa ating UPLB Foundation Day on the official Facebook page of UPLB. That's UPLB Official. At huwag kakalimutan, Ma'am Jaya, no? Siyempre, magsiselfie tayo later. Ang hashtag ano ang hashtag natin, Ma'am?
UPLB Loyalty Day 2022.
Ayan, okay. Congratulations po. Alam mo ma'am, nung nakikita ko yung ating mga outstanding Golden Jubilarian awardees dito sa entablado, di ba siyempre nasa likod nila tayo pa nag-exit sila, I could see the pride and the joy on their faces, ma'am. So ikaw ba, ano bang
And
ma'am?
also to be reunited, no,
Yeah.
with their friends, their fellow UPLB alumni.
Exactly. So ma'am, right na po.
Nandito sila sa baba.
Oo
Nakakatuwang
nga.
panoorin.
For the photo opportunity as well. Ma'am Jem, meron ba tayong maaari mo bang, if you don't mind, i-share ulit sa akin ang iyong class sa UPLB, ma'am? Your class?
BA Com Arts Class 2004.
Your BA Com Arts Class 2004. So, ibig sabihin, ma'am, magiging Golden Jubilarian ka sa 2052. Tama ba yung math? Sorry, medyo,
Oo.
medyo wali tayo sa math. Okay.
That's why we have
okay.
to, we have to keep on exercising.
Right.
Oo,
And,
para
connecting to
with
each other.
friends.
Tanong ko, ma'am,
Ano pa
kayo
ba?
bang, yung batch mo
Healthy
ba?
diet,
Yung,
para tumagal tayo, no? Umabot tayo ng 50 more years. or
na-offend
less.
naman ako ng slide dyan, ma'am. Di ba porkit tinatago ng aking barong, yung aking
Ay, hindi,
kalakihang tummy. Naku, sabi nga nila, fake it till you make it. But, I've got to go out there and, break some sweat so that maabutan ko pa yung aking mga, magtagal pa, di ba, ang ating pamumuhay at
wish
kontribusyon.
Actually, Sir Linus, I wish we have a copy of the names of our Golden Jubilarians for them to be recognized.
Absolutely. So mamaya we'll have that list, ma'am, so they can be duly recognized, each and every one of them. Nakaka-proud, no, na hanggang ngayon talagang matibay ang kanilang samahan. Partida po, mga kaibigan, wala pang GC nung
Walang
time nila,
GC.
and yet, di ba, they
Walang
got together.
nalilate.
Oo nga, di ba, correct. Parang dati nga, post it lang daw, ma'am, na dinidikit, na pinapaskil sa mga trunk ng mga puno para sabihin, ngoy, nagbago na yung venue natin sa ating class activity. Yan ang mga nababalitaan nating mga kapamamaraanan ng ating mas wise na mga UPLB batches nung wala pang masyadong teknolohiya. Ayan. So ma'am, do you stay in touch with your Baka naman ikaw
I
maging
do.
pangulo
Oh,
ng
pwede.
pag Golden Jubilarians na kayo, ikaw maging pangulo nila, di ba? O pwede daw, ayan po, nag-yes na po sa mga
Ayan,
nanonood
we have
ng
the
live
list. Thank you
stream.
very much, Sir Jeremy. We have the list of our Golden Jubilarians. We have Mr. Arnulfo G. Garcia,
Sir Vic Feliciano,
Elpidio F. Rimando, Mirna
Bandian,
Jovita Corpus,
Jose Manto, Arturo Tolentino,
Manolito C.
Video Roman. Yan. Sir
Alma Romero. We also have with us Bernardita
Yoshinaga.
Yoshinaga.
We have Sir Moog,
Sir Moog. We also have Sir Alexis Gabertan,
Sir Steve Baltazar.
Sir Billy
Sige, balikan natin si Sir
Babalikan.
Billy. Tawagin na natin siya sa pangalang
Gilberto.
Sir Billy. Okay, Hi, Sir Billy. Okay.
Hi, sir.
Teresita Cortez Fortuna.
Mirna Bandian,
Banjan, yan. Amando Palhon.
Mr. Constante Adalia, one of our awardees.
Alvin Zamora.
Sonia Acta,
Ogie Abelilia.
Pablo Hidalgo,
Walfredo Rola.
Carlos Carpio,
Jovit Corpus.
Rosendo Rapusas,
Rolando Labios.
Damaso Calio,
Ana Eusebio.
Anastasia Gonchanco,
Gochanco.
Gochanco.
Cesar Sevilla.
Vic Luis,
Elsa Luis.
Tess Fortuna,
Presi Abelilia.
Pilipinas Luis,
Yes, si Ma'am Pilipinas Luis ay daughter ng isa sa ating mga Golden
I
Jubilarians
see.
na aking economics professor sa
Oh,
UP
wow.
Rural High School noong 2007. O, di ba, binuking ko
Si
talaga
Ma'am
yung year. O,
Luis, yung
si Ma'am
lumapit
RP,
kanina.
yes, yung
Yes.
kanina nag-say. Hi, Ma'am RP. Okay, and we have Ma'am Viel
Hias
Socorro
Socorro
Luis. So marami pong salamat sa mga Golden Jubilarians and their families na aming nabanggit. Kasama na rin sina Diwani Calio and Alan Ray Calio. Very supportive ang mga kapamilya, no? At ng mga kaibigan ng ating Golden Jubilarians. Thank you po, ating Golden Jubilarians, for this year's UPLB Loyalty Day. Isang masigabong palakpakan po sa kanilang lahat. Such an inspiration, you know, this kind of sight, Ma'am Jaya, talagang, you know, it gives a whole level of meaning to what being a UPLB alumnus is all about, no? Ang saya-saya.
At mas exciting din bukas, Sir Linus, dahil kasama pa rin natin ang ating Golden Jubilarian sa ating traditional parade to be held
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yan po ay sa umaga, okay? At yan po ang isa sa mga inaabangan dahil nung pandemya po ay walang
Wala
masyadong kaganapan maliban sa mga online celebration ng Loyalty Day. But this parade, one of the highlights, no, sa ating campus is something to really look forward to and, you know, attend. So samahan niyo po kami bukas at para sa marami pa mga katanungan ukol sa mga plano ng UPLB para sa ating lahat, bukas Sunday, lumapit lang po sa ating mga staff at sa ating secretariat. Ayan po. Once again, maraming salamat sa Jubilarians at sa Harmonia. And now, everyone, the most distinguished award, the UPLB AA Presidential Award, will be presented to an alumnus with highly remarkable and exemplary achievements and contributions in his or her respective field. Sa punto pong ito, tinatawag natin ang ating mahal na UPLB Chancellor Camacho and of course, Captain Baradas, our UPLB AA President. Ma'am Jaya, would you like to have the honor of announcing our UPLB AA Presidential Awardee?
And now, the most awaited award, the UPLB AA Presidential Award. The UPLB Presidential Awardee is Mr. Ronald R. Mascareñas, BS Agriculture, 1982.
You know, Ma'am Jaya, we've been hosting UPLB events for the past several years. And I must say that Sir Ronald Mascareñas has been a permanent fixture in his generosity, warmth, and excellence. He always makes his presence felt and his contributions to the growth, the expanding family of the UPLB alumni community continues to be there, getting more intense. And Mr. Mascareñas represents what it truly means to be an excellent UPLB alumnus. Palapakan po natin ang ating UPLB AA Presidential Awardee, Mr. Ronald R. Mascareñas, BS Agriculture, 1982. Congratulations, sir. At maraming salamat po sa ating Chancellor and of course, Captain Baradas. And sige si Sir, medyo makuha lang namin si Sir because Ma'am Jaya, anong sorpresa
Yes.
natin kay Sir Mascarinhas?
Siyempre, we have a special video for Mr. Ronald S. Mascarinhas. While we're playing the video, I would just also like to thank Mr. Ronald Mascarinhas for all the help, especially during the pandemic. So isa siya sa mga very generous supporters, especially nung Oplan Kawingan ng Office of the Vice Chancellor for Student Affairs. Kaya maraming salamat, Mr. Ronald R. Mascarinhas. And now, to share with us his response, let us welcome back on stage our presidential awardee, Mr. Ronald R. Mascarinhas.
Sir had to come back on stage kasi medyo dinubog si Sir ng kanyang mga batchmates po ba ito ni Sir Ronald? Ayan, at mga friends and fans and family. Nako, fans daw, no? We're looking forward to what our presidential awardee has to say. Magandang hapon, Sir, at pagbati muli sa inyo.
Medyo matagal na tayo nakaupo. Can I request everybody to stand up, please? Yan, maka-stretch naman. And I request everyone to clap your hands as hard as you can. You may take your seat. Thank you. Thank you for that standing ovation. Ngayon lang ako nagsalita na hindi pa nag-uumpisa, may standing ovation na. Maraming salamat sa inyo. To Chancellor Jose V. Camacho Jr., to the UPLB Alumni Association President, Captain Mauro Baradas, to our Golden Jubilarians, the awardees, officials of the university, colleagues and guests, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Isang karangalan para kanino man to be bestowed this presidential award. Kahit sa pangarap natin, hindi natin kayang pangarapin na balang araw ay bibigyan tayo ng parangal na ganito. And I feel the same way. Never in my wildest dream that I'd ever thought na I deserve this award. Siguro, I would like to share yung journey ko working. Short journey. Now, I'm still president of Bounty Agro Ventures. Mas kilala siya ngayon sa brand namin na Chooks to Go, although we produce yung Bounty Fresh chicken. You know, Bounty Agro is now a 20 billion enterprise. But this is one business that we do not own any production facility, warehouse, or truck. But we have contract growers all over the country, hundreds of them. We have over 20 processing plants. We have multiple feed mills all over the country, hatcheries. We don't own a single of those facilities. We have hundreds of trucks, delivering feeds, hauling live birds, delivering to our thousands of stores. We don't own any of them. All of them were investments from entrepreneurs in the countryside who trusted us.
Kaya nung nag-umpisa kami 20 years ago, the biggest capital we had was the honor behind our reputation. Na mga negosyante kami that deals with business partners and employees fairly. Na kami mapagkakatiwalaan. Yun lang ang aming puhunan. The reputation, the track record of being fair in the business community. That is why we saved. We didn't have to spend billions of pesos building those facilities. We didn't have to build so much working capital because suppliers of raw materials extended generous credit to us. Mahirap mag-umpisa if people do not trust you. Ang pwedeng lapitan are the banks. Seatmate. No, but unfortunately, when you are starting, it's difficult to get support from the bank. Ngayon na the business is thriving, hinahabol kami ng bangko. So to start a business is very important na pinagkakatiwalaan that yung reputation is untarnished. People will invest money for you, suppliers will lend you credit. Yung track record namin yan na naumpisahan nung I worked for 19 years in one of the conglomerates in the country. And at one time in my career, I handled contract growing. Yung contract growing industry, medyo masalimuot yan. The companies do not trust the growers, thinking na binibenta yung broilers, naglalagay ng riders. And mga contract growers naman, nagdududa sa kumpanya na hindi maganda ang quality ng feeds na dinideliver o kaya may problema yung day-old chicks. So when I headed contract growing operations, my first priority was really to establish trust between the two parties. Because after all, partnerships are supposed to be built on trust. So pag yung operation namin in my previous company was far from perfect. From time to time, substandard yung day-old chicks na napuproduce namin. From time to time, may problema yung raw materials na nagamit sa feeds. In those instances, we do not wait for our contract growers to complain. We volunteer the information. And kung may problema ang feeds, we inform them. May problema yung batch na na-deliver sa farm mo, and we replace it. And liquidation time, pumupunta yung mga contract growers sa opisina, magtataka sila. Boss, bakit dalawa ang cheque namin? And our clerk will explain to them. You have the first check, liquidation based on our contract. And the second check is our computation of the adjustments because of the shortcomings from our end. That was how we established trust, being fair to our business partners. And in business, normally, when we go into toll processing, we have contracts. Unfortunately, ang view ng a lot of people about contracts is that it is rock solid. No, minsan unfair na ang execution, sasabihin ng nasa kumpanya, pare, pasensya ka na, yan ang nasa kontrata eh. So, the entrepreneur loses money. Especially if the organization has a very strong finance and audit team. They will stamp their authority. You enforce the contract. Now, over the years, I realized the contract should not be rock solid. Contracts are supposed to be guidelines of the partnerships. When we request somebody to invest, there are expectations that there will be a reasonable return on their investments. And if the contract, for whatever reason, does not allow the company to deliver that commitment, then bakit napakahirap baguhin? So in our case, it's not a big issue. The primary consideration is to deliver on our promise that you make an investment, you expect a fair return on investment, and all our business partners should get that return. Yung continued growth namin as a company is dependent on the continued trust of our business partners and the business community. That is why our reputation in the business community is strictly guarded. It's not enough to be fair. It's not enough to be honest with our business partners. What equally important is for the public and the business partners to in fact acknowledge that, see that. Now, today, when we ventured into the retail operations, pumasok kami sa rotisserie operations in 2008. And we take pride that today, with almost 2,000 stores all over the country, we're the dominant market leader. Pagsamahin natin yung pangalawa hanggang pang-sampung rotisserie chains in the country, Chooks to Go is bigger than all of them combined. Hindi namin inisip that we achieved that because mas magaling kami against our competitors. We are not. In fact, our premise has always been our competitors are better than us. Their strategic plans are better than us. But our organization believes in training. Now, if you, maybe most of you, napapanood nyo yung mga military movies about Navy SEALs, elite military groups, na a squad of 7, kaya nilang tapatan, talunin. No? A company or a battalion of 100 or 200. These military personnel are the same human beings as their enemies. Hindi naman sila by nature mas magaling o mas malakas. No? Everybody, all human beings are equal. So what sets them apart? Bakit kayang talunin a squad of 7 of 100 enemies? Because they spent so much time in training. We spend on a normal year an equivalent of about 6 months equivalent salary for training and engagement of our employees. For a lot of companies, ang hirap i-measure. How do you value yung training? Baka slow burn yan, kailan babalik ang return yan? And more importantly, engagement. No? That's why yung ginagawa namin kanina na fun run, that's an engagement activity for our employees. An engaged employee is highly motivated and highly productive compared to a passive employee na day in, day out, ginagawa niya yung monotonous job niya. So we find ways, various ways to ensure that our employees are always engaged. And we also realize that we do not have a monopoly ng galing. We are short in a lot of aspects. Four years after we launched yung Chooks to Go, that business was about to collapse. Daily sales of our stores was plummeting steeply. Now, I was scared na maybe we were a market leader at the time that we might lose that business altogether. So we sought help. There was a British company, pangalan nila Renoir, who set up the management control system of our company. So they committed if we engage their services, and they're one of the best in their industry, our sales for the next 3 years will increase 20% every year. But at a steep price. Yung consultancy fee nila at the time was $1 million. But they were so sure about themselves that if they do not deliver on their promise, we do not pay them. No cure, no pay. And they delivered more than the 20%. And today we continue to benefit from the training we got from Renoir. Sa rotisserie operations, importante yung skills, motivation ng store crew. Because most of our stores, ay isang tao lang ang nagmaman yan. And a good store crew will consistently deliver 20-30% more than a mediocre na crew. So the challenge for us is how do we replicate yung galing niya, yung malasakit niya. And we have a hard time figuring that out. So again, we sought help from a British company. They call themselves the investors in people. So they advise us based on their experience working with the best, with the people management practices of the best companies in the world. So yun yung tinuturo nila sa amin. Every year they do surveys and they tell us this is what you do. And today we are proud that we have achieved the highest level of accreditation, platinum, in terms of people management practices. And in fact, next month, we're invited to London because we are nominated as a finalist as Employer of the Year across the globe. Of course, ang strength namin is because we train people, people stay with us. Because ang philosophy namin, better pay, higher pay, for better play. So, generous ang compensation ng mga managers, performance bonuses ng managerial employees namin, executives. In my previous employment, if you are an outstanding employee, you get maximum 6 months bonus every year. So when I joined this company, the request of the board is the same, to keep it 6 months for your most outstanding employees. The last few years, our average performance bonuses is 12 months. And the most outstanding employees get as much as 22 months salary per year. So, ang inuuna ko is, what do people deserve? What is fair for them? Sila naman ang naghirap. Sila ang nagtrabaho to get where we are, to deliver the sales, the income of the family. You know? I do not limit my demands on what they can deliver. bakit may limitation sa, sa rewards. So, I am on a profit-sharing scheme with the company. As president of the company, I'm entitled to a profit share. So from my profit share, inuuna ko yung mga managers ko, empleyado. Ito ang para sa inyo. Kung may matira, kung may crumbs na matira, yun ang para sa akin. Kaya yung natira, minsan, konti lang. Kaya ngayon, dahil nga pinamigay ko na, 4 lang ang Mercedes-Benz ko. 1 lang ang Porsche ko. 5 lang ang bahay ko. Because I'm generous with my employees. So totoo yun. The more you give, the more you receive. Now I would like to share on another topic. You probably hear about our involvement in basketball. No? Chooks, Gilas, Pilipinas. Yes. We were once a major sponsor of our national team because of our passion for basketball. My personal passion for basketball. And we were, nung sponsor kami ng national team, doon ko nakita yung difficulty organizing a competitive team. No, if there is an international tournament, ang hirap magbuo ng competitive team. Because the professional ball clubs, ang priority nila is yung liga. If there is an ongoing conference, ang hirap humiram. For youth international tournaments, the same problem. Ang hirap humiram ng players from UAAP or NCAA. Why? If there is an ongoing tournament, ang priority ng schools is the honor of the school. That was when I realized that the value of love of country, country above self, patay na in the business community. Hindi na importante at hindi nila kinahihiya yun. They will say it publicly na hindi pwedeng gamitin tong players na to dahil lumalaban sa championship. Or a university na hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yung top player namin dahil may ongoing na liga. Maapektuhan ang aming standing. To build a strong country, tinuro sa atin yan, elementary, high school. We need to love our own country. At uulitin ko ulit, yung gas-gas ko na nakwento tungkol sa South Korea. No? For the benefit of maybe one person in this room who did not hear that story. In 1997, South Korea was already the 8th largest economy in the world. But because of the Asian financial crisis, South Korea was on the brink of collapse. No? The government defaulted on its foreign obligations. So, the president of South Korea sought help from his citizens. Tulungan niyo kami. Magtulungan tayo. And the citizens of South Korea responded by lining up in government donation centers. Dala nila whatever they can to donate to help the government. Family heirlooms. Imagine, wedding rings, hinubad nila, dinonate sa gobyerno. So, South Korea paid off all its obligations 2 years ahead of schedule. And today, South Korea is back as a first world country. No? Bakit mabilis ang recovery ng South Korea? Because people love their country. Na yung sing-sing mismo, very sentimental, huhubarin at ibibigay sa gobyerno sa pagmamahal. No? So yun yung classic example of country above self. Tayo, company, sa kanayong bayan. No. Nawalan na tayo ng direksyon. That is why we took it as our advocacy. So we partnered with Ayala Foundation, yung Magiting campaign. We partnered with them mainly because in donating flags to public schools, police precincts all over the country, because it gave me the chance to talk about love of country among teachers, among students. Nung nakaraang pandemic, no, paulit-ulit kayo nagpapasalamat sa amin. That was part of our advocacy. When we formed our corporate social responsibility framework, it was based on the premise that even the richest economies in the world cannot do everything for its citizens. So yung mahirap na bansa, a third world country like the Philippines, lalong malaki ang pagkukulang ng gobyerno. Madaling mangpuna. No? Bakit lubak-lubak ang daan? Bakit hindi maganda ang serbisyo? So we took it upon ourselves. We will not complain. We will look for gaps and we will bridge those gaps. Kaya nung pumutok ang Taal Volcano, the DSWD took time to be in the area to feed yung mga evacuees. So for 3 weeks, we were in Taal Volcano, feeding people in the evacuation centers. Nung mag-pandemic, no, everybody was unprepared. Dumating yung panahon na yung mga military personnel in checkpoints, wala nang makain. Wala na silang mabilhan. It was a gap. So we bridged that gap. Nag-deliver kami ng manok, luto na, to all checkpoints na manadaanan ng mga tao namin all over the country. Nung napuno ang ospital, wala na rin makain ang mga healthcare professionals natin. Dahil wala nang mabilhan. Sarado ang palengke, sarado ang mga restaurant. We delivered food to the hospitals every day until they were back on their feet. That is why, nung mabasa ko sa social media na merong mga estudyante sa UPLB na natrap at wala nang pagkain dahil sarado ang kantin, walang access. No? We delivered every day for I think 2 or 3 months hanggang makauwi ang mga estudyante. It is part of when we finally define our company purpose. What is the reason of being? Andito ba tayo para kumita ng pera? Andito ba tayo para lang bumenta ng maraming litsong manok? There must be a bigger reason than that. So, in the organization, we all agree to define our company purpose. And that is to inspire national pride, hope, and compassion. No? Marami pa rin sa mga kababayan natin ang mahirap, mga dukha, na they don't even know where to get their next meal. Mapalad tayo dito na ang concern natin, paano ko kaya bawasan yung pagkain ko para ako sumeksi o gumandang lalaki. No, but the reality outside this hall ay kaawa-awa yung ating mga kababayan. Kaya kung halimbawa, meron kaming in-sponsor na scholar sa Cebu, isang bata lang, we hype it up. Hindi kami nagpapapogi. The main reason why we hype it up is to provide hope to our countrymen. Huwag silang mawalan ng pag-asa. to keep that flicker of hope alive, na patuloy silang lumaban. As a company, we have resources to make donation, not as big as the big conglomerates. Basta kami, fill in the gaps, bridging the gaps to the extent that we can afford. But individually, tingin ko may magagawa din naman tayo. No? And I will tell you a story, yung kasamahan namin. Nasaan ba si June de la Viña? Kasamahan ko sa trabaho na pinapakiusapan ko mag-drive pag may okasyon na ganito. Nakatira siya sa Padre Garcia, Batangas. Doon, sa bukid. So may barangay road doon, lubak-lubak ang daan. So pagpunta mo sa community nila, lubak-lubak ng daan. Pero pagpasok mo sa kalye nila June de la Viña, para kang pumasok sa Forbes Park. Walang lubak at all. Sabi ko, June, bakit kakaiba? 10 lang naman ang bahay doon sa kalye nila. June, bakit kakaiba yung kalye niyo? Sabi niya, boss, every quarter, pag nire-release niya yung bonus mo, namin, bumibili po ako ng isang sakong simyento. Yung isang sakong simyento na yan, pinangtatapal namin nung 10 kong kasama kong mga kapitbahay. So over the years, nakarami na ako ng simyento, boss. Kaya maganda ang aming kalsada. Magkano ba ang simyento? 250 pesos. If each one of us will do our share, no? Kung ano man yung ma-contribute natin to bridge those gaps na nakikita natin, then this country will be a better place. Mas mabilis tayong umasenso. So, nung pandemic, siguro in the history of our company, yun yung time na pinakamalaki ang amount of donations that we made. But during that year as well, we recorded our highest sales, our highest profits in the history of our company. 2 weeks ago, I was invited in Amsterdam to speak in a global CSR conference. The main speakers there were the CEO of Unilever and myself. And they applauded the story I told them. Nung pandemic, a lot of companies in our industry lost billions of pesos. But yung ginawa namin to make it a banner year, imposibleng hindi alam ng aming competitors. The situation at that time, during the lockdown, people have no access to food. No? Bawal lumabas sa barangay. Sarado ang wet market. Suspended ang public transport. So kung wala kang sasakyan, sorry ka na lang. So, all we did was to bring our products to the communities all over the country. Araw-araw. Ang mga tao namin, they group among themselves and bring our products to the communities. Price was not an issue. It was an issue of availability. The question is, bakit nagawa namin and the rest of the companies in the country failed to do that? Because at that time, wala pang bakuna. Ang ospital puno. ICU puno. Mortality rate was high. The risk to the lives of our people and to their families was extremely high. That was when I realized that yung mga tao namin, mga empleyado namin, natutunan na nilang mahalin ang kanilang kapwa. Natuto na silang tumingin beyond themselves. The reason of our success was because our people volunteered all over the country. We raised prices because we have to cover up for the massive donation we're making. So in the end, yung hindi sayang yung effort to develop that value of loving your country, being fair, and tingnan yung kapakanan ng mga less fortunate members of our society. Kumakaway na I have over the time limit. So I will conclude. So basically, I have I'll summarize it in 3 parts. First is guard your reputation like a glass. Because a glass that is broken cannot be mended. Second, we drive excellence simply by being fair to our business partners and employees. Wala sa vocabulary namin, never naming iisahan ang aming business partner o ang aming empleyado. And lastly, doing good is good business. Good evening.
Isang patotoo po si Sir Ronald Mascareñas at lahat ng awardee sa hapong ito sa ating tema para sa ating Loyalty Day awarding ceremonies na strengthening partnership between UPLB and alumni for progressive communities. Kaya naman palapakan po natin Sir Ronald Mascareñas and to all our awardees for this year's UPLB Loyalty Day awarding ceremonies. Once again, bago po tayo magtapos, muli pong pasasalamat sa ating mga sponsors, starting off with the gold sponsors, Land Bank, Los Baños. Ayan, salamat sa camera, di ba ma'am? No, may pa-exposure tayo, no? Robina Farms, Hidden Spring, Shield Plus, Top Breed, Supremo, Infinity, and the Southeast Asian Regional Center for Graduate Study and Research in Agriculture or CIRCA.
Maraming salamat din sa ating platinum sponsors, Chooks to Go, University of Eastern Philippines, Mayor Arlene B. Arcillas of Santa Rosa, Laguna, Mayor Cesar V. Areza of Pagsanghan, Laguna, UP Alpha Sigma Fraternity Los Baños Chapter, Aldi's, Toyota Batangas Incorporated, Toyota Batangas City Incorporated, and of course, the UPLB Class of 1972. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Sir Linus.
Yes, ma'am.
Sadly, we have to end this
Oo nga.
program. This has been a wonderful event and it's been nice working with you.
Salamat, ma'am. First time natin, ma'am,
First
na goes
time.
together
I'm very happy.
to more events. I mean, for the love of our campus, UPLB,
For you.
right? For me? No? Okay, sige, ma'am.
And maraming salamat po muli sa inyong lahat. Diyos mabalos po. And this has been the 104th UPLB Loyalty Day awarding ceremonies.
Let us all rise for the UP naming mahal and the exit of colors. Mabuhay ang UPLB, mabuhay ang ating mga alumni, at mabuhay ang ating mahal na bayang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po.